Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews. Reviews from a regular dude. Where I do trailer reactions, I react to YouTube videos, I review YouTube channels, occasionally I'll review a movie, but really, I just do whatever the hell I want. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to Gene's Reviews. You know, there's a lot of really weird experiments that go on and that have went on in the past. And this is 5 scary Russian experiments that they don't want you to know about. Let's check this out right now.
Hello Internet, it's that time again where we delve into the darkest depths of the internet and dissect the deepest dangers of the human mind. Welcome back to Top 5 Scary Videos, and as always I'll be your host Jack Finch as we take a look today at 5 scary Russian experiments.
The Russian sleep experiment, is that what that is?
Now, we're making some interesting moves over here at Top 5 Scary Videos, and in the next few weeks, we've got a little surprise or two in store. So, before we begin this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up and show some love, and let us know what's up in the comment box down below. Throughout history, there have been countless tales of creepy and disturbing human experiments taking place in the secretive shadows of society, all in the name of science. But in Russia, well, they do things a little bit differently. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union was one of 2 superpowers on the planet, and to keep their edge on all things scientific, some pretty insane experiments were conducted. So, let's take a look at them, shall we? Jumping in, we have zombie dogs. In 1940, the Soviet Union released a 20-minute long motion picture titled Experiments in the Revival of Organisms. Conducted by a Soviet research group who were focusing on the potential resuscitation of dead organisms, the video shows in great length canines being killed and then brought back to life.
I wouldn't like that at all.
Ways. Now, I love me some doggo, so I'm not going to lie. This little bit's going to be a little bit rough. Credited to Dr. Sergei Brukhanoko and Boris Levinskovsky, the video shows several severed dogs' heads that have been kept alive for hours on end. These poor guys were even wiggling their ears still, licking their mouths, and responding to the humans around them. The 2 scientists claimed that the animals were kept alive by an artificial blood circulation system. Crazily enough, the doctors developed a new version to be used on humans that very same year, and well, no one really knows what happened after that. The doctors went on to be awarded the prestigious Lenin Prize, although some commentators...
That should have been stopped right there. That's abuse. Animal abuse. That would never go on now, I don't think. I sure hope not, anyway.
have questioned the film's authenticity, claiming that the severed dog's head only survived for a few minutes when attached to the artificial heart. So,
either way, it's still cruel.
It's nasty stuff. Coming in at number 4, we've got underwater cities. In the 1960s, the Soviets decided that land just wasn't enough, so they changed things up a bit and headed underwater. By 1966, the Ichthyander project was well underway by a group of amateur divers at their own site in the Crimea. Well, it seemed that in Soviet Russia, anyone could take a pop at experimental science, and that's exactly what happened. And, well, it was pretty much an unrivaled success. That same year, as part of the project, a human being spent 3 days continuously underwater, held in a small metal structure at the bottom of the Black Sea. It picked up some serious hype, and the underwater project soon attracted the attention of the Soviet science authorities. This led to an even bigger push into the experimental field, and in 1967, the project operated an underwater habitat for over 2 weeks. Mysteriously, after that, Project Ichthyandia was abruptly dissolved, but records state that the research led to several other Soviet experiments into underwater habitats, such as Sadko, Chernomor, and Sprut. These sites actually exist, so kind of makes you think, are they still down there? Next up at number 3, we have the...
Okay, now that one I think is kind of cool, actually. It'd be terrifying if something went wrong.
2-headed dog. Man, here's another rough doggo video, but well, sadly, it seems like man's best friend was the test subject of choice in most early hybrid experimentation. Such is the case with Dr. Vladimir Petrivok
I love
Demikov.
dogs so
Born
much.
in
That's
Moscow
just-
in 1916,
terrible.
this Soviet
That's terrible.
scientist dedicated his life's work to what he referred to as transplantology. During the 1930s and 50s, Demikov went on to pioneer several organ transplantations, such that had never been done before in medical science, such as a heart transplant for an animal and a lung-to-heart transplant. His most messed up transplantation, though, hands down, is his research into dog head transplants, of course, which, well, resulted in a two-headed dog experiment.
That's
Insanely
terrible.
enough, the experiment was actually a success, and, well, he caught a portion of the result on video. Of course, the test subjects sadly didn't survive very long, but this
No.
experiment paved the way for other animal head transplants, such as apes. Dr. Demikov's true legacy, though, was to perform human head transplants.
That's bad. That's reminds me of like Frankenstein or something like that. When that doctor finally passes away, I hope he's met by a group of frickin' dogs to rip him apart.
Transplants. No, thank you. And swinging in at number 2, we've got man-monkey hybrids. Yep, you heard that correctly.
I guess if
Born
he's
in
dead,
the
it
small
won't
town
matter.
of Shigry, Ilya Ivanovich Ivanov was a Soviet biologist that was the definition of a real-life mad scientist. Now, in reality, Ivanov's research in other fields led to some pretty groundbreaking stuff, particularly in the field of horse breeding. But his main hang-up was that he was absolutely obsessed with making a human-ape hybrid. As early as 1910,
Another
Ivanov had
sick
given
one.
a presentation on his plans for human-ape life to the World Congress of Zoologists in Graz, where he outlined his plans to create this simian hybrid. So, in the 1920s, Ivanov set about his experiments working with human sperm and female chimpanzees. It didn't work though, but Ivanov was determined. So, in 1929, he organized another set of experiments, this time involving ape sperm and human volunteers. The experiments were publicly delayed due to the death of Ivanov's last orangutan, but no one really knows the true outcome of his life's work. In the 1930s, after a political shakeup in the Soviet scientific world, Ivanov was arrested and exiled to Alma-Ata in Kazakhstan, where he later died of a stroke. But who
Good.
knows whether his legacy lives on in the dark corners of the scientific world. And finally, Atan.
These guys, they're trying to play God or something. Just leave this shit alone. It wasn't meant to be like that. You really should not be doing that stuff.
Number 1 spot, we have Laboratory 1. In 1921, the Soviet Secret Service, also known as the Cheka, undertook various tests on deadly poisons in an aim to create the perfect biological weapon. In 1939, the small test location was renamed Laboratory 1 and came under the command of notorious Soviet biochemist Grigory Marinovsky. Their objective was the stuff of horrors and set a precedent that would use animals and humans as test subjects to perfect their methods of mass extermination. Marinovsky and his team of scientists would test their poisons on human prisoners from Russian gulags, who they dubbed the so-called enemies of the people. These poisons included mustard gas, ricin, digitoxin, and cyanide, and it was given to their victims under the guise of a meal, a drink, or even medication that was meant to help them. Eventually, these vile experiments led to the development of CT/K2, a poison which caused victims to become calm and silent, then eventually die within 15 minutes. Although Marinovsky was arrested by Joseph Stalin as part of a political science shakeup, his horrific legacy lived on, and Laboratory 1 was reportedly reactivated in the late 1990s as part of a biological
wrong.
and toxin weapons project. Scary stuff, eh? Well, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comment box down below. Unfortunately for us, that's all we've got time for in today's video.
That was from Top 5 Scary Videos. 5 Scary Russian Experiments Russia Doesn't Want You to Know. I don't know, my personal opinion is that stuff should just be left alone. These doctors out here thinking they're trying to play God or something like that. I mean, if they came up with something that could make you live forever, would you want to live forever? I wouldn't. I don't want to live forever. There ain't no damn way. I'm 59 years old right now, and I can't imagine what I'd feel like at 159. I mean, what I have to go through now just to get around and everything sucks. I sure don't want to live forever. I'm not ready to go yet, but let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Now, let's lighten things up with a joke. Okay, I got 2 jokes for you today. Since I didn't have a joke yesterday, I got 2 of them for you today. Why are men like popcorn? They both satisfy you, but only for a little while. Okay, this next one is only a joke, so please remember that. Now, you thought that was pretty good probably, didn't you? Well, why do women fart less than men? Because they won't shut up long enough to build up any pressure. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hashtag Mean Gene, all that fun stuff. And if you like this video, tell all your friends, leave a comment down below. And if you didn't like it, then just shut up. And I will see you next time.